your opinion on it. President Trump took us to war in Iran on Saturday. It feels like a little scary out there right now. The attacks seem to be growing in the Middle East. There's not really a clear plan coming out of the White House. What's your sense of whether it was necessary to go to war now? And do you think Democrats should be taking steps to try to block Trump via a war powers vote or something in Congress?
Yeah, I'm a little old-fashioned. I believe in co-equal branches of government.
Yeah.
We are celebrating. It is the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, after all, and this historic project, the best of the Roman Republic, Greek democracy, the notion of popular sovereignty, the rule of law, not the rule of Don, which we'll get into perhaps later. But I hope it's dawning on everybody he had no plan, no strategy. He had no interest or desire to engage you, me, all of us in understanding the why. Why now? What's the imminent threat? What are the intended and unintended consequences? The prospect of this becoming a regional war, was that thought through? Who was going to take over for the supreme leader, particularly after you went through 49 others? And now today, Trump says, well, maybe it doesn't work out. Maybe we get someone who's worse. But nothing was more damning, I think, of the moment and this administration and who Donald Trump is. It goes to the heart of who he is. Then his press conference yesterday, where his remarks, where he was lamenting the life, now it's 6, but 4 Americans that died. And he mentioned them in passing, and then went on to mention in great detail the drapes and the Imperial Palace on the East Wing that he's building, and went on to talk about the pile drive with real passion and conviction. It says everything about Donald Trump. The uncertainty in the world, the fact that we have allies under threat in UAE, we've got proxy war once again with Hezbollah in Lebanon, we've got all the anxiety as it relates to 20% of the world's oil flow and issues related to oil and prices and shocks and energy concerns and your 401k and the zig and the zag. And it begs so many questions. Why?
He's got a passion for design.
He's got a passion.
Loves renovation.
Hobbies.
Yeah.
But and so yeah, you asked me about the War Powers Act. You asked me about invoking some consideration. I mean, it takes a cursory look at the Constitution to determine the requirement, declaration of war, for the president to get congressional approval. And so I appreciate Congress now getting back, not the leadership, but the minority getting back into the game in this respect. But this is a hell of a thing. And this is, remember, you guys all know this. He has done more airstrikes in his first year than the last administration did in 4 years. This is the 7th incursion, twice now, into Iran. At a time when he's cutting taxes for billionaires, he's cutting food stamps, he's cutting Medicaid, he's cutting Medicare. And here he is spending tens of billions of dollars, not for recovery here in Los Angeles. He has no interest in that, but overseas. This is a broken president. He's historic because he's historically unpopular, and we all have to recognize the moment we're living in and how perilous this moment truly is.